Hi everybody, this is Kim. Welcome back. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. Today, as you can tell, I'm going to be talking about clearing your cache. This is something that used to be much more common than it is now. I don't know that many people even know how to do it. There used to be a lot more browser issues, and this was something you needed to do on a regular basis, but the browsers have gotten better. But still, if you call for support, they are going to ask you to clear your cache or your browsing history, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very easy. So let's get started. All right, so every time you call support, they'll ask you to restart your computer. Okay, everyone knows how to do that, right? They might ask you to try different browsers. Also easy if you have more than one installed. If you don't have more than one, then you're kind of stuck using the one you have. And they always say, hey, we need to clear your cache. Do you know what that even means? Most people don't. And most people have no idea how to do it either. So what is cache? Okay, so this is an actual definition that I found online. Supplementary memory system that is temporarily stores frequently used instructions and data for quicker processing by the central processing unit, also known as a CPU, of a computer. Cache holds a copy of only the most frequently used information or program codes stored in main memory. Most caching is done in the background and you won't even notice it. Okay, so now in English, I'll go over that in a minute, but today, I just want to make clear I'm only talking about browser cache in this video. There is also memory cache, disk cache, processor cache running on your computer, but we're only talking about the browser cache today. Some people call it cache. I am pretty sure it's just cache, like C-A-S-H, but for some reason they spelled it this way. And browser cache is the only one that you can actually control. So, okay, so this is what happens when your browser is active. The text, images, videos, the background, etc. are run in your RAM on your computer. So that is temporary memory. Then it goes into the cache. So recently used information is stored in the cache so that it can be quickly retrieved as you browse that site. So the entire page doesn't need to be downloaded again and again and again if the same code, images, etc. are used across the site. You know, if they have the same background, like this blue background on every page, you don't want to have to download it every time you click on, a different page of the site. So it stores it in cache, so it's already there. It just comes up really quick. So the cache just makes your browser experience more pleasurable. Cached information helps make your browsing experience better, less time waiting for pages to load. So that's like a simplified explanation. Why should we clear the cache? Well, cache is temporary storage, but it does fill up. I mean, the more that's in there, the more that it has to go through. Before I forget, I wanted to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. That'd be really wonderful. If you already are subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Anyways, just wanted to stick that in there. Anyways, the more information you have stored in the cache memory, the slower the computer will be as you surf the web, because there's more information in there that it has to sort through to find the specific data it's looking for. Also, here's the main reason you need to clear the cache. If you have an old version of a particular site stored in cache memory and the site is not working as expected, if you clear the cache, then you reload the site. So all the old stuff will be gone. You're only going to have the new information in your cache. So you'll only be seeing the new version of the site, and it should work better. But if the old stuff is still in there, sometimes you'll run into some issues. So by clearing, deleting the cache, you'll be removing the old site data from your cache. That makes sense, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do it in Chrome. So first you're going to open Chrome. Okay, so you click the three dots, top right of the browser, select more tools, select clear browsing data, and now you have some choices. So I wanted to go ahead and do this with you. So here is Chrome. All right, so you basically click these three dots, go down here to more tools, clear browsing data. So you click there, And this is what it will show you. So there are some options as far as what you can choose to clear. So browsing history, cookies and other site data, cached images and files, etc. We're also going to be able to change how much data you delete. I always just delete it all. But you can go back 7 days, you can back 4 weeks, whatever, just the last hour. If something just stopped working like today, you know, you could go back to yesterday and maybe it'll work. But I usually just choose all time and I just get rid of all the browsing data. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and choose, just so it's quick, I'm going to do last hour. I don't know how long it takes. To be honest, I haven't done it in a while on here, so there might be a lot of stuff in there. So that's under the basic tab. If you click over here to advanced, so here it says browsing history, 956 items. Also, you can also, like if you're in Google Chrome and you're logged in like I am here, it will also, you can also choose to do it on the sync devices. So it won't just do this computer. Let's say you have your laptop and your tablet and etc. It'll do it on all of them. Your download history can be deleted. You can delete your cookies, and it tells you how many of each thing is in here. Cached images and files, passwords and sign-in data. You can get rid of all your password stuff, form data, site settings, etc. Okay, so there's a lot of options in here. Chrome gives you a lot of control. Let's say I just want to get rid of my browsing history, my download history, and my cached images. But I want to keep my auto form data. So like if I go to a website again, I don't want to have to fill out the form each time. So let's just say I want to do that. And I'm just going to do it for the last hour, just so it happens really fast. So only 9 items, 3 in my download, and just a few things have been cached. So here's that cache word, right? So I'm going to clear the data. I just want to do it somewhat fast. Okay, so that's it. So that was easy, right? So that was clearing your cache in Chrome. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's try Microsoft Edge. We're going to do the same thing. Open up the Microsoft Edge. Click on the dots icon. Choose Settings. Choose Privacy, Search, and Services. And then scroll down to Clear Browsing Data. Okay, so I'm going to show you inside of Edge. Let's see, where is it? Sorry, I have it on my other monitor here. Okay, so here's Edge. So you're going to click these 3 dots right here. Okay, and now Edge, they update all the time and it changes this menu quite often, but you're always going to get to settings from these little 3 dots. So here we go. So go to settings and look at all the stuff you can do here. There's a lot, but we just want to go into privacy, search, and services. Okay. I did a whole video on Edge security and the differences between these tracking and stuff. So watch that if you want. But today I'm just going to be talking about clearing the browser data. So here it is. So you can choose what you want to clear right here by clicking on this. Same thing, browsing history, download history, cookies and other site data, cached images and files, passwords, etc. So you have all the same kind of things. So this is your licenses and keys and stuff. Here is all data from previous versions of Edge. So if you had upgraded recently, you might have a bunch of stuff in there from the old version. It'll delete that also. I never use Edge, so I don't really have much in here. Let's go ahead and do all time because I don't care about what's in there. Anyways, and then you just hit clear now. And then that will clear all my browsing data. So that was easy, right? Now, they have this other cool thing. It says choose what to clear every time you close the browser. So this is cool. So you can say, I want to clear my browsing history every time I close the browser and my downloads and my cookies. You can add sites that you don't want the cookies deleted. Like I said, I have another video about the cookies. If you want to watch that, that's another whole thing. Cached images and files, you can clear your passwords, etc. So there's no save or anything. You just slide the little slider over, and then that's it. So then you go back over here. So that's going to do that next time I close this out. It's going to get rid of all my stuff, the settings, the stuff that I chose to, my browsing history, download history, and cookies. Every single time I close a browser, it's going to do that. So right now I'm going to close a browser. It's going to automatically get rid of all those things, which I think that's awesome. Okay. So now let's do Firefox. Firefox, click on the three little lines, top right of the browser. So they all kind of kept their menu icon in the same spot, which is helpful. Select settings, privacy and security, choose cookies and site data section, and then we'll go through that one. So here we got, oops. Come on, why won't you do it? Oh, there we go. Wow, that was weird. Okay, so here's Firefox. So same thing, these three little lines up here. What happened here? Sorry, my other screen got caught up weird. Okay, so anyways, click this, and then you're gonna just go down to settings, which is where? I don't use Firefox, and why can't I find settings? Do you see settings? I don't see settings. Okay, how about options? Is it in options? Oh, here, options, okay. Privacy and security. That was interesting. Okay, now we're gonna scroll down here, cookies and site data. So here, it's just simply clear data, or manage exceptions. So you could also click this, delete cookies and site data when I close the browser. So that's kind of nice. Well, let's go to manage data. What's in here? So this is cookies that can be stored on here, and it's going to show you where you've been and what cookies have been added. Okay. And then here's clear data, and it gives you only two options, cookies and site data and cached web content. Okay, so that's all. I'm going to clear both of those things. So you see what this says here? It says we'll require websites to reload images and data. So if I go to one website all the time and I delete this each time, every time I go to that website, it has to reload that cached information, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But if you go to the same website over and over, then you have to wait for it to load. But like I said, not a big deal. So I'm going to hit clear, clear now. And I click the box so that when I close Firefox, it will also delete the cookies and the site data. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. There we go. Okay. Now Safari. I don't have a Mac, so these are instructions from the web, and I can't show it to you in person because, like I said, I don't have a Mac. But there's the instructions. From the home screen, select settings, then choose Safari. Scroll down to the bottom and select clear cookies and data, or clear cookies and clear cache. And then hit confirm. So that's that. After you've cleared your cache, I suggest restarting your computer. Not just logging off, but actually have the computer turn off and restart. It just gives you a fresh start. You should have a fresh browsing experience as if you are visiting all the sites for the very first time. So if there's any weirdnesses and issues in your cache, it will be gone. So you're just getting a fresh experience. If you still have problems with a particular site, you can go back in and clear your cookies. If you're still having issues, clear the passwords and other saved data. Or you can just assume that the problem's on the other side, which is usually the case. If you've cleared your cache, restarted your computer, 90% of the time, I'd say, it's something on the other end. And maybe that site isn't working for anyone. Maybe try on your phone and see if it works on there. If it works fine on your phone, then you need to figure out what's going on your computer. But if it's also not working fine on your mobile phone, or on your tablet or another computer, then you should continue on and clear all these other things. Anyways, all I hope this helped you understand what it means to clear your cache and why it's a great troubleshooting step. Like I said, it's not used quite as much as it used to be, but it's still something they ask you to do. So I wanted to explain what it was, how it helps you, and why you should know how to do it. Remember, anytime you're having any weird problem on your computer, anything's not performing as expected, restart your computer first. Then clear your cache. 90% of the time, those 2 steps will solve your problem. You know, just restarting the computer alone most of the time fixes whatever's going on. But clearing the cache is a good thing to do too. So now you know how to do that. I hope this helped you. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you learned something, please give it a thumbs up. If you already knew all this, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.